The UFC world is buzzing today as we get closer to UFC 324, and the headlines just keep coming. From Justin Gaethje openly talking about retirement to Paddy Pimblett threatening a beatdown, and even a major Dana White boxing project announcement, today's MMA news has something for every fan. Let's get into it. First up, Justin Gaethje has revealed a retirement timeline just days before his interim lightweight title fight against Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324. At 37 years old, Gaethje says he plans to retire from the UFC by 2027, but emphasizes he's still in peak condition and focused on one last run at gold. He explained that starting a family and dedicating time to his personal life is part of that decision, but he still wants to leave the sport on his terms. Across the aisle, Paddy Pimblett isn't holding back either. Days before his huge main event, Paddy promised he will put a beat down on Gaethje at UFC 324, refusing to be intimidated by the veteran's power and wrestling. The build-up between these two has continued to heat up as the winner aims directly at the undisputed lightweight crown, currently held by Ilia Topuria. Speaking of UFC 324, this event marks a massive moment in UFC history as the first numbered card streamed live under the new Paramount Plus broadcast deal, which has already reshaped how fans watch the sport. Elsewhere in the UFC landscape, the promotion is gearing up for UFC Fight Night, Adesanya versus Pyfer on March 28th in Seattle. This card will see former middleweight champion Israel Adesanya return to action against Joe Pyfer in a high-stakes headline bout that reconnects Izzy with the fan base and sets the stage for more title ambitions. Dana White isn't just focused on MMA either. He's officially launching Zuffa Boxing, a new boxing promotion aimed at restructuring the sport with a UFC-style system. The promotion is set to host multiple events in 2026, with major names already involved, and a broadcast partnership lined up with Paramount Plus. White hopes this can breathe new life into boxing's structure and fan engagement. There's also movement behind the scenes in MMA organizations beyond the UFC. PFL, one of the largest MMA promotions outside the UFC, announced an executive shakeup as founder Donn Davis steps down as chairman, citing the organization's evolution from startup to a global brand. Despite this shift, PFL plans to return strong with their Road to Dubai event in February. Back in the UFC's heavyweight division, a former top contender made headlines for the wrong reasons. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, known for big wins over Alistair Overeem and Junior Dos Santos, was arrested in Florida on multiple charges and is currently facing a court appearance. Rozenstruik had left the UFC in 2025 and become the DBX heavyweight champion, but this legal situation will follow him closely in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, over in the welterweight and lightweight landscape, the chatter around potential Islam Makhachev versus Kamaru Usman continues to pop up in interviews and on social media. Both teams still insist the matchup makes competitive sense, though nothing is close to official. What's interesting is how many fighters at 155 and 170 are starting to frame their call-outs around champion versus champion scenarios now that the UFC has embraced more flexible matchmaking under the new broadcast era. Whether it's Islam calling for legacy fights or contenders pushing for BMF crossovers, 2026 is shaping up to be a year where stylistic clashes matter just as much as belts. Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan continues to be one of the most compelling lightweight contenders not yet booked for a title shot. Recent discussions from UFC leadership indicate a variety of factors have delayed his shot, even though he's consistently performed at a top level and remained near the top of the 155-pound rankings. Finally, the buzz around dream matchups in 2026 is stronger than ever. Fans and pundits alike are calling for potential bouts like Ilia Topuria versus Arman Tsarukyan once the title picture clears, and many believe events like the rumored UFC White House card could host historic matchups with multiple undisputed belts on the line. That's going to wrap it up for today's MMA news. Let me know in the comments, who's walking out of UFC 324 with that interim lightweight title? Are you backing Gaethje's experience or Paddy's momentum? I want to hear your take. If you want daily MMA news, reactions and updates, make sure you're subscribed. And if you missed yesterday's video, click the one on screen right now to get caught up.